What's up, y'all? Let's rock. Let me just say, it pays to do test videos before you do the actual recording. Just some advice to anyone out there who is just getting started on YouTube videos or any type of video editing in general, or just that, the whole plethora of things. Test, test, and test. I didn't realize that when I first started this video initially, I was only a minute in, and I wanted to do a test video anyway, but like a minute in, I thought I should test this out before I actually make it the official video. My program that I record with, Corel Video Editor, it actually thought, even though my blue snowball was plugged in, it thought that I wanted to record with my internal microphone. Normally, when I plug in my blue snowball, it actually automatically syncs with it, but this time it was like, nah, we're just going to use your internal, the horrible quality internal microphone. It was so bad. I could not believe how bad the microphone is. It just, wow. But I'm glad that I did the test video. Quick little advice for everyone out there. So I saw IGN posted this video a couple hours ago. This $200 Batman figure is nightmarishly hideous. I saw a little bit of it so far. I saw the first figure. I don't know if they're going to talk about other ones because the video is kind of short, but I want to give you guys my initial reaction to it and what I think about it, because my thought of it actually differs to what at least the one guy. There's two guys talking about it. And also, finishing thought before I start the video, I always wanted to get into collecting these kind of figures, at least certain ones, but because they're kind of pricey, I went the other route and started getting into collecting pop figures. I love pop figures. They are cool. They just really stand out. And I'm actually looking at them right now. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them right now, ranging from Batman, Toy Story. I have Groot, Alice in Wonderland, Finding Dory. I have Hank, the octopus, Stitch in his Elvis costume from Lilo and Stitch. It's so great. I even have a Fifth Element. I mean, he's not pop figure, but he's just like a little figurine that I got from GameStop's little, what are those little boxes you can get for like 20 or 30 bucks. So I got one of those that has a bunch of random stuff in it. But anyway, that's kind of stuff I like to collect. I would love to get these maybe in the future, but this one looks really cool. So we'll start the video.
All right, so Play Arts Kai is a wonderful Japanese. It's actually published by. It's made by Square.
Presented
Enix.
by
It's a
Mafia.
line of really gorgeous high-end collector grade figures. They do all sorts of lines. They've got Gears of War. They've got X-Men.
Well, they got Guido up in
Metal
front
Gear
right
Solid,
there.
even stuff that has nothing to do with Square Enix. They have
Guido's
a bunch of
nightmare
Batman
fuel.
figures. Some of them are really cool. They totally look like Batman figures you'd expect. And then sometimes they just get incredibly weird. Like they made recently a Cowboy Batman, which a lot of people were like, I don't know how I feel about this. More recently, they're doing Batman action figures.
Brokeback Mountain
that are
Batman.
Like Batman if he were dressed up as his villains, and it's called the Rogues Gallery Collection. They released images.
I like that idea though.
Like
Why was I looking at
the
the
Joker
lights?
was
I like
the
that idea.
Batman.
There we go.
And it's really awful.
Oh!
Yes.
Now, I'm sure there's some people who are into this. He looks like a Soul
Oh.
Calibur character, kind of. Like
Yeah,
There we go. I wanted to stop. I didn't want to stop him
Like a
mid-sentence.
bulldoze
I
skin
did the wrong
or
button. Okay. I just wanted to say something real quick. I really, really love this design. I don't know how. I mean, I think that I really like it. I think the only thing that I don't like is that it has a bit too much straps and stuff on it. I think it's a bit too show-offy, but at the same time, that's kind of Joker's thing. He loves to perform. He loves to stand out and put on a show. So it would make sense that he would have all these extra things on him. And plus, he does have different gadgets than Batman, so that makes sense too. He, as you can tell, he wasn't really a fan of this. He kind of looks like a Soul Calibur character. I can see that. And there's a couple other ones I saw. What if Joker dressed up as Batman? This is definitely the most disturbed one I've seen. I know for the Suicide Squad movie, they were supposed to have one like that, but it was cut for some reason. But from what I saw, it looked really cool. Like Joker, there was going to be a scene where Joker dressed up as Batman, and it just looked great. I may look up that video after this, or look up that picture after this to show you guys. But here we go.
Boss.
Yeah, I
He's in the
think
wrong
it's
button.
just the worst. It just makes me unhappy to look at it.
So wait, Batman is dressing up as a Batman Joker guy to trick the Joker?
You know those shirts where they're like, hey, what if the minions were in the Avengers? And you're like, oh, I get it. It's taking two things I understand and combining them. This toy is kind of doing that with two things that are really quite antithetical. So it's the Batman and the Joker. It's some nightmare, terrible
What I thought it was
like
Joker dressed up as Batman.
I really don't like, because he's kind of doing this sort of Buffalo Bill pose, and he's reaching out with his claw. He's got his flower on his belt now.
I don't like looking at this. This is very...
Sorry, you should keep looking at it, though.
I don't like the flower on the belt, though.
Like he stinks.
That's kind of weird.
They're pretty
he just looks like he stinks. Wow.
But this one is $200.
What?
Yeah, it's up there. I mean, you could probably...
I wouldn't pay $200 for that.
Somewhere around there, but it's like... That's a pricey toy for this particular thing.
Is it articulate?
Oh yeah, it's super articulate.
Okay.
It's got ball joints left and right. I mean, they're good quality toys for the most part, but I'm really not having this. It kind of makes me pine for the old days of just weird ass Kenner toys where they were like, what if Batman was doing scuba trips on Valentine's Day, or what if he had a zip line that he liked to slide around?
Okay.
Okay, guys, back in the studio, can you actually get rid of that image? I don't want to look at it anymore.
Can we stop looking at that?
All right, cool. We're done with that.
Okay, let's move on to something much better in terms of...
Stop it. Put it away.
I think it's cool. I don't think it's worth that much, but I think it's really cool.
He's back!
Was that it? Okay, that was it. So, I just wanted to do a quick little talk about that real quick. I don't know if I can expand this video, this webcam. I'll just put it in the middle here, just because. So, I really like that design. The flower placement was kind of weird because I believe that flower is referencing the gag that he has where he has the flower on his suit jacket and it sprays out, instead of water, it sprays out acid. I think that's what that flower is supposed to be representing. It's kind of weird that it's on his hip though. Like that's a weird placement. Everything else seemed to match what I think Joker would wear if he was the Batman, because at least the darker version of Joker, because it matches Batman as far as the colors go. It's much darker purples and all the other hues that Joker usually has is purple and green. So he went the Dark Knight route with his costume instead of having like a brighter version, as opposed to how it would have been with the more classical Batman and Joker characters. He had the smile where it definitely was Joker in that costume. So I think that's where he lost his thought there. If I remember right, they said that it actually was villains dressed up as Batman. I wish they had more to show than just the Joker one. For instance, I would have liked to see, actually, who else would have looked cool in a Batman costume? Question of the day for this video: what Batman villain would you love to see dressed up as Batman, and what would you imagine him doing with Batman's gadgets, or maybe their own gadgets or powers mixed together? I can almost imagine, like, I kind of think a Penguin Batman and a Poison Ivy Batman. I kind of see a Killer Croc kind of thing going on too, but a crocodile with a bat, I don't know. I mean, just the thought of what Batman does and mixing with Killer Croc, that sounds cool. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's pretty much all I have for that. I really do enjoy this. I wouldn't pay $200 for it. I kind of see it more so 50 to 75. 75 is kind of pushing it for me, but only because I'm not really in love with the figure. I love the idea of Joker dressed up as Joker, but I'm not really thoroughly in love. Thoroughly in love with that idea, with that particular design, I should say. I love the idea, but not the design. I'm gonna look up and see what other kind of videos I can find for you guys. I haven't done a reaction video in a bit, so I want to start doing these more often. If you like these and have any special requests for what kind of things you want me to react to, let me know. If you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have a link below as well for my Soundcloud where I do my podcasts. I upload majority of them on Soundcloud, but some of the highlight or the more popular ones I upload onto YouTube as well. And honestly, may upload them all onto YouTube eventually too. But they're also on iTunes as well. Links all in the description below. So until we meet again, I will see you on the next podcast. Peace out. As soon as I exit the video. I should have timed that correctly, like pretend to look at the camera, and then, as soon as I say that,